So we tried apparently to get the stadium here, but it was taken, so we had to actually settle for this room today. So apologies. Fantastic, thanks. So this is about the, oh, it doesn't show. Can we make it happen on the screen as well? Is that okay? Hello? Oh, yes, no. Okay, great. Okay, so this is about the Journal of Integrated Care, which is clearly the flagship amongst the integrated care literature. It is traditionally a journal that's very much for practitioners. And I was very, very privileged to have fantastic predecessors in the editorial role. One of them is actually here today, Robin Miller and John Glaspie at Birmingham. And we've done a lot of work with the journal to make it very international now. And I will just give a brief sketch of what we're trying to do. So the Journal of Integrated Care facilitates evidence-based integration of health and social care and other community services, vital reading for managers and practitioners. And you can see already the practical kind of like focus for the journal. The journal is actually quite well placed now. We are looking at some really good citation index scores at the moment, and we've also been really ramping up the downloads. So if you're looking for an outlet for your publication that really achieves some impact with practitioners and managers and those who are about to implement research or implement integrated care findings, we would really be your first port of call. In particular, the things that really work are special editions or special issues. And we had one recent, so check it out. It's on primary care and integration. And that raked up about like 1,200 hits, 1,200 downloads, in fact, not hits. In fact, 1,200 full downloads within 2 months. And needless to say, it was my very esteemed colleague, Robin Miller, who actually edited that, guest edited that. So it's a really fantastic way of reaching a practitioner audience, and that's very, very important, I think, in our field. Okay, we've got a fantastic editorial board, very international now, with editorial board members from Netherlands, Australia, Canada, and others. I'm not going to go through that list. Many of you know the names anyway. These are the sort of things we publish. So we publish research papers, we publish also discussion papers and technical papers and conceptual things, but we also quite want to encourage discussion amongst researchers, as well as discussion amongst researchers and practitioners. So we're really happy also to see submissions of viewpoint papers where somebody's saying, well, look, this is something that's really urgent. We haven't got the research in this yet. We not necessarily didn't do a systematic review or something like that, but we really want to get this out. We want to encourage and kick off some debate around, let's say, mental health and integration or things like that. And we definitely encourage these sort of submissions as well. We're a subscription journal at present with Emerald, that's the publisher. That means there is no fee and it will go through the normal peer review processes. Articles should be between 3,000 and 5,000 words long, but we're, as I said, you know, if it comes to a discussion paper, we're probably looking at a smaller word count anyway. Okay, this is our unique selling point, the USP. We welcome new writers and provide advice and support. We, and Robin and I and John, always felt that it's quite easy for academics to write. Now it's quite difficult for practitioners to write, people who are actually in the front line very often, and implementers and also evaluators from time to time who do in-house evaluations for some of these integrated care programs that they do. And what we do is we actually work with potential authors. So if people come to us and say, look, we want to get this paper out, it's reporting the findings of our study, of our program, but we don't quite know how to do this. So we are really your guys. Come to us, we'll look at that, we'll work with you, work maybe with an outline or with an abstract, and then, you know, try to get this all the way through the processes of the writing process and all the way through the peer review. And we also, of course, very much welcome ideas for guest editing special editions or special issues. Okay, that's it for me. I've put some contact cards, business cards here on the front desk, so on the front table. So later on, please help yourself with it and do get in touch.